Gather round, everybody. It's not time for a nursery rhyme, but it's time for a nursery highlight. We're going to be talking today about winter orange.
Winter orange is an orange coral bark Japanese maple. It is insane on how bright and intense the orange color is on this bark.
This one's brighter than Tim's beard, guys. You're going to love it. I love the winter orange display on this one. This is a coral bark that hails from Canada, but it's super durable, super cold tolerant, and super colorful. This makes a perfect accompaniment to things like Bihou and Sango Kaku because winter orange truly brings that orange bark feel in the winter. Now, we threw a black background here to kind of give you a little bit of a visual of this. I love this one when you can get something behind it. I typically plant evergreens behind my coral barks. That way you get that full glowing effect. When it's out of leaf and everything's going on in the winter, this one is stealing the show.
Now, when it is in leaf, it actually has bright chartreuse green leaves, similar to that of Sango Kaku, and in the fall, you get a pleasant bright yellow in the fall as well.
Now, these are going to work zone 6 through 9, exceptionally heat tolerant. These are working great in zone 8, even in full sun settings, incredibly durable. I love this plant for its growth rate as well. Typically over a foot of growth a year, making it a little faster growing than even Sango Kaku.
Yeah, you can get 10 to 12 feet in height in 10 years, which is fairly fast for a Japanese maple. It's got a nice upright form out there in the landscape, so it really makes a bold statement fairly quickly. Like Matt was talking before about planting it with evergreen backdrop, that's a fantastic way to do it. If you have a building backdrop though, it also helps really show off the bark on winter orange.
Now, a lot of people know about Bihou and Benikawa and some of those, but no coral bark collection is complete without some true orange in the garden. You know, this especially looks good in the conifer garden because you can really evoke some different moods of that warmth feeling, especially in the winter month when you don't get a lot of reds and oranges going on.
Yeah, this orange can really brighten up the landscape and garden. If you take something like a Picea pungens glauca globosa and put near this with that blue color, it's going to play off this orange exceptionally well. Different habits too out there in the landscape. Now, if you really want to know how to really peak up the bark interest on some of the coral bark Japanese maples like winter orange, we've got a full cultivar breakdown on how to prune a Japanese maple, a coral bark Japanese maple with Plant Man, and he goes through and talks about the best ways to prune to accentuate and really take advantage of this brightly colored bark.
Now, guys, these are going to look great in a sunny spot. I absolutely love this plant. These are actually some XL 1 gallons, so some big sizes in these right now on MrMaple.com. You can definitely take advantage of these before they get potted up into 3s or maybe even larger sizes. If you don't see this currently in stock, you can always sign up to get notified when we bring back winter orange. Spoiler, it's a fan favorite, so we try to bring this one back very frequently. Again, it's the perfect accompaniment if you already have a red or yellow coral bark.
I mean, everyone knows the coral bark Japanese maple. The coral bark Japanese maple gives you some of that coral pink color. And that's the reason, you know, we often say Bihou is a yellow coral bark and winter orange is an orange coral bark because it gives you that bark interest out there in the landscape. Now, being one of these selections that's a coral bark type, it's going to be good in zone 6 through 9, but it's extremely heat tolerant, so it can perform well in higher heat settings, still give you phenomenal bark color, and really give you some amazing fall color as well.
Winter orange is a great addition to the garden, whether it's spring, summer, winter, or fall. You're going to love the display this one puts on. It's often the show stealer in the winter months, and I think this one really adds a lot to what Japanese maple coral barks can be color-wise in the garden. It's rare to see this shade of orange.
And you'll notice with the coral bark types like winter orange, if you give it sunlight, you'll peak up the bark color, and also the bark's going to intensify during those winter months. So as that cold approaches, the bark actually becomes more and more orange during that time frame. So right when everything's dropping leaf, this thing is becoming more intense and stealing the show.
Guys, thanks for watching our highlight on Acer palmatum winter orange.
Yeah, this is an awesome coral bark selection with that bright orange bark. It's going to give you a unique color in the wintertime.
You're going to love this one. If you don't see it in stock, definitely be checking for it to come back. Our first notification is always the 10 at 10 emails, but then we'll email you if you sign up to get notified. We try to keep it in stock pretty frequently because everybody loves winter orange.
Now, guys, if you love this type of content, we put out daily content here on the Mr. Maple Show. Make sure you're subscribed. At least once a week, we're hitting a cultivar highlight. That means we're talking about a tree just like we did today, where you can learn about a new cultivar. We actually got more of those together than you'll find in most books on Japanese maples. You can go start watching all those cool cultivar highlights we have on the Mr. Maple Show here on YouTube.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.